appointed by Mataji Dhruv for this Thanksgiving Hawan Yajna, Sri Ram invited Vasishtha Muni. This is taken from the Ramcharitmanas. Vasishtha Muni, many Brahmins, and other citizens to assemble in his royal court. When they had all taken their seats, Sri Ram, accustomed to taking away the pains of those who served him, said the following words: I say nothing to hurt anyone's feelings, nor do I say anything to make me greater than any of you. Do listen and act as you please. Now it is important to remember, Sri Ram never imposed his thoughts on anyone. He said it like it was, and if you found value in what he had to say, you would take it upon yourself to emulate it in your life. And he continued, if I say anything incorrect, brothers, do not be afraid to correct me. He didn't say what I'm saying I'm the know-all or whatever it was. He didn't say this is it. If you feel that I'm incorrect, O brothers, then do not be afraid to correct me. But this is what he said. Bari bhag manush tan pava, sur dur nabh sab granthan gava. Fortunate or very noble, Manusha Tanu Pava, to obtain this human body. All the great scriptures declare with one voice that it is out of great fortune, Bare Bhag, that you and I have been born in a human form. Even educated souls, after committing sins, find it difficult to have a human birth. We all know, based on the cumulative effects of our karma, if we are to be blessed with a human body, the next birth, based on our karma, only then will we be blessed. Otherwise, we'll have a lower birth, maybe an animal or even a tree. They have souls too. But based on our karma, that's the life form we will have. This body is a heaven, and it is suitable for spiritual practices, and it is the very gateway to moksha, to spiritual freedom. Those who attain it and fail to earn freedom, those who attain a human body, have earned a human body in whichever birth, and they fail to earn moksha, or mukti as we commonly call it, then they, I say, reap torture in their next birth. They beat their heads in regret, and they wrongfully say that time, fate, and God are to blame. It is not true. If we are not blessed with a human birth, it is only ourselves that we have to blame. They would say, Kalahi karmahi ishwarahi, time, fate, and God are to be blamed. However, only ourselves we have to blame if we have gained a human body this birth and we failed to obtain moksha or mukti. Material enjoyment, Sri Ram continues to say in his discourse, material enjoyment is not the purpose of human birth. Such enjoyment is a pleasure that lasts only for some time, a brief period of time, and it ends in misery. He who while having a human birth, devotes his mind to material enjoyment is like a fool who takes poison instead of nectar. One way of having nectar is what we did today, Hawan. Auntie Jo's life is one that she continuously gives of herself, her resources, whatever little she's blessed with. Knowing her from Guyana, she's that type of person. For Arya Samaj, like Mataji Kamla said, for Arya Samaj, she gave of herself and her resources to propagate what she believed in. That's one way of not taking poison instead of nectar. She's taking nectar in. And it is for us to learn from, and it is for us to, in this very lifetime, it is possible for each and every one of us to obtain moksha and mukti. Meaning, our actions will prove in such that we won't have to be reborn in this continuous cycle of birth and death and birth and death. One more final verse and then we'll end this discussion. Yehi tan kar bhan vishay bhari, swarga sarva pandit dukhdari. Yehi tan kar bhan vishay bhari, swarga sarva pandit dukhdari. Hari tani pavi vishay man dehi, hari tani pavi vishay man dehi, palati sudharte sat vishani, sat vishani, nama sat vishani, palati sudharte sat vishani. No one will speak well of him who takes up a mere seed and throws away a jewel. The opposite is to be done. What is to be valued needs to be valued, like Mataji drew here, like a jewel. And if you take a jewel and throw it away and keep a seed, then no one will say good things about you. Such a soul, even though immortal, wanders through the whole range of life forms in this world, divided into the 4 broad classifications of living organisms. Each life form in this world. The soul perpetually changes life forms, driven by the power of its deeds and encircled by time, fate, and nature, and also qualities of matter. At some time, God, who loves the soul without any selfish motive, graciously bestows a human form to this soul. But it is important for us to realize, if we don't earn it, we wouldn't have a human birth. It is important. We sometimes push that on aside and we take it for granted. We don't understand or realize how fortunate it is that we are to have a human birth. Equipped with all these human resources, if a man fails to cross the ocean of this world, then he is ungrateful, dull-witted, and meets the fate of a self-murderer. And ending his discussion, Sri Ram said, "And with clasped palms, I lay before you another sacred doctrine. Without singing God's praises, like we have done today, all the people who volunteered to come, it was something regarding God and how we should live. Without singing God's praises, you cannot have devotion. You cannot have bhakti. You cannot have devotion to God's cause. You cannot be successful in this life if you do not have devotion, if you do not give of yourself, give your time. It may not always be monetary, but whatever you can do to propagate Arya Samaj. And Auntie Jo's example continuously comes to mind because I've known her for a numerous number of years. back home in Guyana. But what she has done to propagate our Samaj and all the children too, but more so her, because she's the one to push them in that direction. But if we're not like her and we don't learn from her life in order to be successful in our lives, then we're surely missing something. To end this short discussion of mine, I would like to dedicate a Geet to Auntie Drew and her children. It says, Auntie Drew, ye bandhan to pyar ka bandhan hai. This bond that you all share is one of love that will never cease to exist. Whatever happens in the family, whatever challenges may come, no family runs smoothly at all times. There are ups and downs. But whatever may come, just remember the love that you all share with each other should never be weakened. It should always have power and strength. brother is no less than God. भगवान नजर आता है जब देखे तेरी सूरत. All the children are telling you, Auntie Drew, when you stand in front of us, we see God, because He would be no different from you. Thank you all for the opportunity to present a quick discourse. Auntie Drew, is there anything else?